Hello dear students, welcome to the video lecture of design and analysis of algorithm. So in the previous video we have seen the binary search algorithm by using the iterative method as well as the recursive method. So now in this video we will solve one of the example of binary search algorithm by taking 14 entries here. So these are the 14 entries. All these 14 elements are arranged in ascending order, that is in non-decreasing order. So this is the first element of the list and this is the 14th element, last element of the list. So the list contains from first element to 14 element and all these elements are arranged in non-decreasing order. So now here to solve this binary search technique for this list, we need to take three variables, that is low, high and middle element. So now in this problem we will take it for three cases, that is first key element that we have to search is 151, second key element that we have to search is 14 and third key element that we have to search is 9. So we will take this for three cases here and we will check whether we will get these elements or not, or whether these elements are present in the list or not. So by observing this list, we can easily tell that 151 and 9 both are present in the list. So 151, 9 both are present in the list, but 14 is not present in the list. So we will get a 2 successful search and 1 is unsuccessful search. So now let us trace this algorithm. So first our key element is 151. So we have three variables, low, high and mid. So we know that low value is 1, that is first element in the array, high value is 14, that is the last element in the array. So now we will find out middle element is nothing but 7. So 7th element in the list is, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is the 7th element in the list. 54 is the 7th element in the list. Now let us check whether this key element is equal to the middle element. Is it equal? No. So this 151 is higher than the middle element. So now we have to search towards left side of the middle element. So right side of the middle element, because the key element is greater than the middle element. So now, so this low we have to shift it towards this side. That is, low becomes mid plus 1 now, and we can search towards the right side of the middle element. So as you can see here in the next step, low value becomes 8 because our mid element is 7. We have to search towards right side of the middle element, hence low becomes 8. So whenever you are searching towards the right side of the middle element, the low value will change to mid plus 1, but high value remains same. So now 8th element is considered as low element and high remains as it is, that is the 14th element. So again we need to find out the middle of this 2, 8 plus 14 divided by 2, that is 11. 11th element is your middle element now. So which is the 11th element now in the list? 9, 10, and this is the 11th element. 125 is the 11th element in the list. So is this equal to this key element? No. Again this key element is greater than the middle element, that is 125. Again we need to search towards right. So whenever we need to search towards right, low value will again get changed to mid plus 1. So as you can see in the third iteration here, low value changes to 12 because middle element is 11. So it becomes mid plus 1. So it becomes 12 here. High value remains as it is. So again we need to take the average, that is middle element. So 12 plus 14 is 13. So 13th element is your middle element. So again check whether it is equal to middle element. No. So again this key element is higher than the middle element. So again we have to search towards right. So now low becomes mid plus 1. So mid is 13. So again in the next position low becomes 14, high becomes 14. So whenever the low and high value are same, mid value is also same. So now in the 14th position we can find that element. So now we can call that search is successful. So similarly you can do it for the case 14, that is key element 14 and the key element 9. So check how many iterations it will take to search that particular element. Now let us analyze this algorithm of binary search technique. So let us find its time complexity. So we know that we can write the time complexity in terms of best case, worst case, and average case. So what is the best case in this binary search technique? So as you can see that best case in the binary search technique is if the key element is present in the middle only. So if middle element is equal to key element, then we can solve this binary search technique within one comparison only. So it will not take more time. Hence the best case of this binary search algorithm becomes theta of 1. So theta of 1 is the best case of binary search algorithm because when the key element is present in the middle of the array only, so it takes only one comparison. So hence it becomes theta of 1. Next, the worst case of this algorithm is log to the base 2n because the algorithm, the worst case of this algorithm is if the key element is not present in the list itself. So when the key element is not present in the list itself, we will get the worst case of this algorithm because this algorithm will compare all the elements which is present in the list. So if the key element is not present, so definitely it is a worst case of that algorithm. So as you can see here, it is theta of log to the base 2n. So it is not n, it is log to the base 2n because if the elements n elements are there in the list, the worst case becomes log to the base 2n. So it is because we are not comparing all the elements here. If we are comparing all the elements in the list, then it directly becomes n, theta of n. But it is theta of log to the base 2n because we are dividing the whole list into two parts. So that is the right side of the middle element and left side of the middle element. Hence, the worst case becomes log to the base 2n. So whenever we divide the list into two parts, so to search the elements in one part or one subset, we take log to the base 2n time. So hence, the worst case of this algorithm is log to the base 2n. And similarly, the average case is also the log to the base 2n. Okay, so this is what we have seen the time complexity of this algorithm. So whenever search is successful, the best case is theta of 1, average case is log to the base 2n, and worst case also log to the base 2n. So when the search becomes unsuccessful, the best, average, and worst case is log to theta of log to the base 2n. Because there is no best and average case, actually it is a worst case only because the key element is not present in the list, then it is called an unsuccessful search. So let us discuss the space complexity of this algorithm. The space requirement for the recursive and iterative version of binary search algorithm is different. Iterative search requires only constant amount of space, while as recursive binary search requires the space proportional to the number of comparison to maintain in the recursion stack. So this is the space complexity of this binary search. So iterative will take some constant amount of space, but recursive, it depends on the number of comparisons. So if the number of comparisons are more, then it will take more space. If the number of comparisons is less, it will take less space. So that is about recursive. But the iterative means there is a constant space which is available in the memory. So the advantage of this algorithm is it is efficient for very big lists because what we are doing here is we are dividing that list into two sub-lists. So we are skipping one sub-list here. That time will be reduced here, and that can be implemented iteratively and recursively. And the limitation of this binary search technique is it interacts poorly with the memory hierarchy, requires a sorted list as an input. This is the biggest disadvantage of this binary search technique. It requires a sorted list. For unsorted list, binary search is not applicable. And due to the random access of element, it needs array instead of linked list. So because these elements are randomly accessed, so a linked list is not applicable here. Arrays are used for this binary search technique. This is one more limitation for this algorithm. So please go through this algorithm. Please check its worst case, best case, and average case. Write it down in your notes. Write the algorithm also, which is very, very important for the exam point of view. Write both algorithms, that is recursive algorithm as well as the iterative algorithm. and try to solve the problems like this. Take your own entries and try to check how many comparisons it will take.